Sandhi is the joining of sounds. What else? You don't remember anything else? Nobody?
We did Sandhi.
Say that
There's
again, please.
we did vowels, and there's consonants and other ways as well, but we focused on vowel Sandhi.
We focused on vowel sandhi and one more. Yes, there are 3 types of sandhi. There's vowel sandhi, there's consonant sandhi, and there's one more sandhi. The most popular one.
The word.
Yes, Visarga sandhi. Visarga sandhi is the 3rd type. So what happens? Basically, sandhi is the transformation that happens between sounds naturally when we are saying them together. In English, we do it intuitively. In English, we say it, but we don't write it. But in Sanskrit, everything that you see is exactly what you say, and everything that you say is exactly what you write. So all sandhis are documented with rules in Sanskrit. In English, I will say, I don't know. It's I don't know, but the th changed to a n for me to say it more easily. In Sanskrit, that change will be written. It won't be assumed. So that is why you can always, always, always pronounce everything 100% perfectly in Sanskrit. Okay? So now, with vowel sandhi, we saw vowel sandhi, we saw visarga sandhi. With vowel sandhi, I think we saw about 9, no, more than 9. We saw 11. No. Oh, yeah. We saw 12. We saw 12 different types of vowel sandhi. When you have a word ending in a or a, meeting a word starting with a or a, what happens? The 2 join together and they make ah, and you write them together as well. Then you will find cases like if you have a word ending in E, like mai, meeting a word starting with ah, E plus ah. What happens? The E, they both don't join to form one sound. The E changes to a y, and the ah remains the same. So mai aveshya becomes maya veshya. So that's the second type of sandhi, where instead of 2 sounds becoming one sound modifies and the second sound stays the same. So you'll find those variations within vowel sandhi as well. Then we go to visarga sandhi. Visarga sandhi is the sandhi or the sound rules around words that end in a visarga meeting another word. It can't start with a visarga, so meeting any other word. So you will find with visarga that wherever there is a visarga, the next sound can be a vowel, it can be a consonant, it can be a sibilant, it can be anything, right? And so there's a table that we used to summarize so many various rules for Visarga Sandhi. You just have to remember how to use that table. So I'm going to take 1 minute and go through the table so that everybody is on the same page again, and then we will do some practice. Okay, so this was our Visarga Sandhi table. How it works. The first word, you have 2 words, right? So now the first word, whatever sound it ends with, is going to be in this column, which I have highlighted. A visarga necessarily means that the first word, ends in a vowel. because visarga always accompanies vowels, remember? So you can't have ta halant visarga. You will have ta, no halant visarga. And that means there's an a with the visarga. So visarga is always the first sound in a visarga sandhi is always a vowel. Which vowel? It could be a, it could be a, it could be anything from it to o, and in some cases, the saha and eshaha, they have their own special rules. Okay? So that is, you'll have aha or aha or whatever. The second word after the visarga, it could have any of these things that you find on the top. It could start with a, it could start with any other vowel, it could start with a soft consonant, hard consonant, and within the consonants, there are special rules for the ch, the t, and the t sounds. And then sh, s have their own sounds as well. So you have to know how to use this table very, very, very well to figure out what happens to the visarga in sounds. So if you have a word like yataha dharmaha, yataha dharmaha, tataha vijayaha. Let's see what happens to that using this rule. Yataha. You may know the answer already, but we're using the rules, right? Yataha dharmaha, tataha vijayaha. Don't tell me to move up so you can see the table. You have your own tables. You should be knowing where your Visarga Sandhi table is, and you should be using it for this. Okay? So I'm going to give you a minute to write the one, you're going to write the correct answer. And two, you're going to write every single rule that you used as well. Not Vijayaha, sorry. It's Tataha Jayaha. Yataha Dharmaha Tataha Vijayaha. Done? Some people now started to look for their table. How? Is everybody done? Okay, 30 more seconds. Ready? Yataha dharmaha tataha jayaha. So now, this first visarga, what do you have? You have aha plus dha. Dha is what? Soft consonant. So when you have aha plus a soft consonant, what happens to the visarga? According to the rule, you have aha plus a soft consonant. What happens to the visarga? The visarga changes into a o. And so here, aha plus dha, which is a soft consonant, equals to o. So this will become yato. And remember, when there's a vowel, you're not going to join the next word. So you're not going to write it like this. This is wrong. You're going to write it like this. Yato dharma. Okay, next. Next visarga is between dharmaha and tataha. So now let us see what happens to that visarga. You have aha meeting the. The has its own rule in the table, correct? So what happens in the table when you have aha meeting a the? The visarga changes into a sahalan. So now let us see. Aha plus the equals sahalan. Sahalan. So now dhar maha is going to become dharmas. And then you have tataha. Now dharmas and the, because this is a consonant, now you're going to write these two together. Following? Remember, when there's a vowel, you keep space. When there's a consonant, actually, you join them. So this will become dharmas tataha. So far, so good? Okay. There's one more visarga. Tataha jayaha. So what is the rule here? You have an aha meeting a ja. Ja is what? soft consonant. It doesn't have a special rule. And we saw that plus soft consonant, we just saw that rule, equals O. So now your tataha, jayaha, we just saw it, so we're going to write it directly. It becomes tato jaya. Got it? Followed? So now, how are you going to write the whole thing together? It's not yato dharmaha, dharmahastataha, tato vijayaha. You have to put all of it together now. How are you going to do that? So you'll see, these are this yato, dharmas, tato, jayaha. So now, all together, the answer for yataha dharma tataha jayaha becomes yato dharmas tato jayaha. Everyone followed? How we got there? There are 1, 2, 3 visargas here. So there have to be 3 sandhi rules. And you end up with 3 sandhis. 1 sandhi, 2 sandhi, 3 sandhi. Okay. As you can tell, all the examples are inspired by Mahabharata lately because Mahabharata Yajna is going on. So, all right, cool. So this is the Visarga Sandhi review. Okay. Any questions on Sandhi before we continue? Any questions on Sandhi before we continue? So that means on the test, everybody's going to get 100% in Sandhi. Huh? We have vowel sandhi, we have visarga sandhi. I will not ask you to do sandhi while doing sentences as well at this point. We're going to keep it separate. So in your test, you'll have separate sentences and then you'll have separate sandhi. Okay, so don't worry. I won't ask you to mix the two. Eventually, you're going to have to, but this is grammar 1, so we'll let it slide. Okay. If there are no more questions, then we will do some practice in the time with our remaining class time. And then tomorrow, for homework, I will send some more sandhi for you to practice, and I will send you your homework tomorrow. No, I'll just send you sandhi, and tomorrow we'll mark all the homework. Means we'll go through yesterday's homework and today's homework. Please make sure you've done it so that when we go through it, you can see where you have issues so you're prepared for Friday's test exam. Call it whatever makes it easier for you to do. Okay. So this is a verse from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12. I promised that, promise may be the wrong word. I promised that we would stop using the English after we finish our reading review. So now we're reading Sanskrit only. Okay, so if you're a slow reader, which is okay, it's not a problem to be a slow reader. You're still a reader, and that's really wonderful. If you're a slow reader, Just read where the highlights are. You don't need to read everything else. Hmm? Just read the words around the highlight. So take your time, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Sandhi rules have to be there. It could be vowel or visarga sandhi. So you write the rule and you write the 2 original words. This is not homework, this is classwork. So if you're looking at me, you should be writing. You don't have to write the whole verse out. You just have to write the answers. In 2 minutes, we'll stop and we will take it up. One more minute. Okay, ready? Okay, let's see. Give me your attention. We'll do the first two in case those are all you finished, right? So here, these two. Here you have a meeting a ye. So you should be able to guess now that there is a visarga because it is highlighted. It means something is missing. It means likely there's a visarga. So now you go to your visarga rules. If you have an a meeting a ya, ya is what? Ya is soft consonant. What happens? It's supposed to drop. Correct? And that's what happened. So your original word will be yuktaha ye. So you're right. Yuktaha ye. Get it? Second one. Bhaktastvam. Oh, this is definitely not vowel sandhi. So you're going to again guess. Oh, sahalant. That means this has to be a visarga. Bhaktaha tvam. So your two words are going to be bhaktaha tvam. Now in normal life, you'll stop right there. But because I'm a difficult teacher, you have to write the rule also. So what is the rule? Aha plus the equals sahala. And like that, you'll keep going. Now see, here is an that you should know that means it's not visarga. That should tell you it's not visarga. That should tell you it is vowel sandhi. Ya. When you see the whole ya highlighted, that also should tell you it is vowel sandhi. Okay, so here you're going to have a few words together when you break it up. Okay, we'll see that tomorrow. Okay, we'll do closing prayer and then I will take any questions. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shri Sagurunath Maharaj Ki Jai